And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone in the Morning Show is the opinion of T-Bone and T-Bone only, even if you agree with him. They do not reflect the policies or opinions of the Department of Defense, the United States Navy, or the Armed Forces Network. Thanks for listening.
Best.
It is 6:35 a.m. This is DJ Sena, and guess what? It's Friday, 6:30.
I see. All right. First of all, there's nobody listening today. It's just me and you in the studio having a good time. So we can be a little bit more free with our conversations, right? We're not dependent on people calling us at 727-1025. We're not expecting your comments on the AFN Rhoda Facebook page. It's just me and DJ Sena hanging out this morning, and I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. It's a great day to begin with, but a little behind-the-scenes thing. For those that are listening to us on the web, and we are building a following on the web, I have an overpowering voice, not just on the radio, but in real life. I have no ability to modulate my volume, so it's all done with technical wizardry. And it starts with the light going red and the volume control for my microphone immediately going to zero. While at the same time, I'm putting the microphone far away from my voice. So I'm sorry, I just have a voice that projects. And I know that technically we can work this out, but we can't do it off air. We have to go live to do this. So there's your little behind the scenes.
And that's why whenever T-Bone comes on, your ears immediately start bleeding for like 10 seconds until I turn it down.
No, it was immediate. It's not immediate. It's 10 seconds bleeding. Come on. Little hyperbole to this morning. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm doing all right. It's Friday.
It's Friday, and there's nobody out there. Here's the traffic report. There is none.
Obviously we got T-Bone in here today. We're talking President's Day weekend.
Yeah, you got to make me an intro.
An intro?
Yeah, so I don't have to yell T-Bone in the morning all the time.
Oh man, we can work something out.
Yeah, some glass breaking. You do the Sena. I'll
glass
do
breaking.
Stone
Can we do that like
entry?
That Latin radio thing?
Yeah, it's President's Day weekend, which means a lot of people were able to flex their schedules to maximize their opportunities for touring in Europe. So there was zero cars in front of me.
Zero.
At any point in my journey in this morning, there were zero. There was none on my road, on the highway, on the installation. Zero. I don't even know if we have any parking lot zombies to have fun with this morning. So one of the questions that came to me like 3 shows ago, and I'm answering now because no one's listening. What are parking lot zombies? I thought I explained it pretty much every time.
Right.
We cannot get coffee on the installation until after 7 o'clock in the morning. So people who desperately need coffee go to the Starbucks and sit in their cars and patiently wait for 7 o'clock Spanish time. I got to give them, because, the door opens at 7, but she ain't making coffee until
it ain't ready yet.
7:11, 7:12.
Right.
But they just sit there patiently in their cars and they wait. So we know they're kind of trapped. They're probably listening to us. So we have fun with the parking lot zombies. But I drove by, and there are no parking lot zombies this morning.
Oh, man.
I did not see any.
We're pretty much just talking to each other
Literally
right now.
just talking to ourselves.
That makes us so much...
Yes.
It's free, but that's
liberating.
kind of weird at the same time. It's like, why do we have these metal things in front of our mouths?
Oh, I have this at home. No kidding.
I walk around the house with a microphone just to hear myself.
Well, hello, Zeus. How are you today? I set one of these booms up on my desk.
Okay.
In my office. Just as a pure conversational piece. A beautiful boom and the microphone set right there. People would come in like, why do you have this microphone hooked up to your desk? Because like that way I don't have to tell you I'm recording. It's T-Bone in the morning. Now we're going to play some music, and then we're going to come back and talk freely.
All right, well, let's do that.
Yeah.
So here is a little secondhand serenade with Lost on AFN Rhoda, the Eagle. That was Race Rumored. I don't even know how to say that last name. With Black Beatles, it is DJ Sena. It is 6:49 a.m., and I'm joined in the studio with the one and only T-Bone.
It's not joined in the studio. It's the T-Bone in the Morning Show together with DJ Sena.
Oh, man.
This is our gig, man. It's
Taking over.
It's not your normal gig when you bring people in like, hey, let's talk about tiddlywinks. It's not that. It's off script, man. It's just me, you, and no listeners today. It's just
This is raw, like
This is-
T-bone steak. There it is.
this is T-Bone Live.
Oh man.
Normally, T-Bone episodes are pre-recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Oh wow. Okay, Seinfeld. All right. So what are we talking about today? I know there's some important stuff.
No, I mean, so by 2018, we all. I believe that 2018 is going to be a great year for me. So I've been doing the things I need to do to make myself better. I'm really happy with myself. My dietary goals, I'm meeting those. My exercise goals, I'm meeting those. My non-smoking goals, I'm doing all right with those. I haven't, I've had 2 cigarettes in 17 days, which, if you're a Prince fan, has some semblance to it. But if you're not, you don't get it. But it's a big deal for me. What are your, not necessarily goal. Here's what the thing I love doing. I like making like New Year's resolutions that I know I will complete. Absolutely no. Like this year's New Year's resolution, not my goals for the year, but my absolutely resolution was I will not do any heroin in 2018.
Well, that's a really good goal.
Because I believe, without a doubt, I'm going to meet that goal. Like last year, 2017, my goal was to not try crack cocaine, and I did not do that. So those are the goals you should set for yourself.
I'm so proud of you.
No, the resolution you should set for yourself is one you know you could do, and then you should have goals. So I'm doing really good on the goals. I'm killing the resolution.
Oh, man.
How about you? You got a resolution?
Oof, just survive. So at least I'm here,
Well,
which means
that's a good one.
I'm there.
You don't know if that one's true or not.
You never know.
Even if I don't survive the year, I could still meet my resolution.
No, okay, actually, like legitimately, there's a goal. By the end of 2018, I'm gonna hit every country in Europe, and I got like 10 left.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which 10 do you have left?
All like the ones in like the kind of like
The hard to get to areas.
Well, no, it's like the ones above Greece. So like Macedonia, Albania, Bosnia. Those ones.
So you've hit like the tiniest country?
Which one? Luxembourg or Andorra? No, those ones are gonna be like on the way somewhere. I'll just be like, okay, I'm here for a couple hours.
You just have to pop in and hit.
Yeah.
Andorra is actually its own country, right?
Yeah.
I've
heard it's actually okay.
So just think of the hard to get to ones.
Like
so
what?
like the easy ones: Germany, France, Italy,
yeah.
Spain. Bing, bada boom.
All done.
Croatia, awesome. Greece did it. Turkey did it. But yeah, those hard to get. I think this time we're going to Montenegro. I think we're going to fit that
Go
in.
to KOTOR. That place is beautiful.
Yeah, so ooh, man. It'd be interesting. You should set up like a challenge with your friends and see who can get there first.
Well,
Who can get to how many countries are there in just Europe?
In Europe, there's about 45 to 50.
And you've only got 10 left.
Yeah.
I think you're cheating.
I'm not
I don't
cheating.
think this is true. You haven't been here long enough to hit.
Well, I
Oh, yeah.
did stuff
You're-
before I came here too. So
You're including previous tours.
Man.
That's cheating.
Is it though?
But what a goal it would be to hit 45 European countries in a 3-year tour in Rhoda. That's significant.
Yeah. I mean, my fridge right now, I'm full of because I get magnets everywhere I go. So my fridge right now is just like stacked.
Yeah, we get magnets too, but then like people bring us magnets from places they've been, and I'm like, that's not even supposed to be on the. I've never been to Cebu, Philippines. Why is that magnet up there?
Throw it on the ground.
I have
destroy
OCD
it.
issues.
Yeah.
But I have like weird OCD issues. It's not like normal. It's like
It
refrigerator.
ain't right.
magnet.
It ain't right.
There's 3 letters on our refrigerator from the kids' refrigerator thing. The refrigerator letters.
yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about. There's 3 letters. The fact that the rest of them are not there drives me bonkers.
What 3 letters are they?
B, C, and
OCD.
K.
OCD.
How awesome would that be? Because that would drive an OCD
Yeah.
person nuts. So last show we did was our pre-Valentine's Day show, and we have since gone through Valentine's, and we gave the men listeners of our audience the perfect equation for surviving Valentine's Day. You remember what it was?
It was Russell Stover's, flowers, and a Hallmark card.
Very close. Very close. It had to be a Hallmark card. Had to be Russell Stover's in a heart-shaped box.
Oof.
And flowers. Yes. Not singular, multiple. So the people that have talked to me that followed our formula were most gracious. Their wives were very happy. The wives are posting on Facebook things about their husband. All year long, they don't say anything nice about their husband. And then all of a sudden, it's like, my husband is so thoughtful. He got me the most beautiful flowers. I mean, he may have used T-Bone's delivery service.
Man. There it is.
I mean, so we helped people. I just want you to know, between the last show and between this show, we really helped some poor guy out there who just needed that boost. He needed an emotional boost from his spouse, and we helped him get that.
God.
If you have a Valentine's Day success story, we'd be interested in hearing it. So, again, I'm saying this out of habit. I know you're not there, but the phone number to the studio is 727-1025. And as always, you can message us at the AFN Rhoda Facebook page, and we'd be interested to hear how your Valentine's Day went. And if it's entertaining, we may share it with the names redacted by your choice. Who cares? I don't know. We'll make it up as we go. Regardless, when we come back, we're going to have somebody's Valentine's Day success story, even if I just made it up in my head.
Which could happen.
Which most likely will happen.
And
look, Joey just called in.
We're going to play it off like it's the real deal. It's all good.
So what do you think? You think is it that time? Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
You got like a song and then top of the hour.
Let's do it. All right, so back to the music before we get to our AP radio news. Here is a little Taylor Swift with ... Ready for It on AFN Rhoda, the Eagles, serving America's best. That was Troye Sivan with My. It is 7:11 a.m. Hey.
Yeah. I'm not saying nothing.
Oh, he's quietly criticizing.
I gave you an evil look. So, as promised, when we left you on the last break, we told you we were going to share one of our Valentine's Day success stories. And that Valentine's Day success story came from what we believe to be our only listener today. And he told us not to use his name, so we're going to use a fictitious name in Eric. Eric called us up and wanted to tell us about how the fact that our formula of the 3 things you need to do to survive Valentine's Day actually saved his marriage. Because he was at the point where if he had gone just one more day without his wife saying something wonderful to him, he was just done. He was at that point, and he went and he followed the solution. He got the Hallmark card, he got the flowers, he got the Russell Stover's chocolates in a heart-shaped box. He gave them to his wife, and now she's got nothing but praise for him. We saved a marriage. It was fantastic.
Oh, man, where's our trophies?
That's what we do. But so that was last week leading into Valentine's Day, and that was a factual story. Sorry.
Factual.
Yeah. That was a wonderful, beautiful story. So now we're going into President's Day weekend. And in President's Day weekend, there really are no traditions except like take the day off. Do you know why on all the presidential things you see, it's always George Washington and Abraham Lincoln?
Because they're awesome.
Yeah. You could go with that. Or that after Lincoln, you can't find like a cartoon character of any president that isn't like crazy bad. Like yeah.
What do you mean?
Like bad. Like, let's just say bad. Like I tried to pull up some, like presidential characters, presidential cartoons, and they're just like, I mean, we've had presidents that have done a lot of bad things when running for office, to include like claiming their opponent was dead.
Oh man!
Yeah, vote for me, I'm alive. That was, I mean, that was a no kidding, once upon a time campaign strategy for the office of presidency, was claiming that the opponent was dead.
Really?
Yeah, true story. I have all of this knowledge in my brain. Most of it is worthless. President's Day is like the one day a year I get to show people I'm kind of Jeopardy smart.
Well, then let's show them right now.
What, you gonna test me?
I'm gonna test you.
Come on, you don't want to do this.
Oh,
the other
yeah.
day on Jeopardy, they had a presidential quotes category, and I ran that. You don't want to challenge me, man.
Oh man, we're gonna stump you right now.
Are
you ready?
Yeah. Will you promise to say that every answer I say is correct, even if it's wrong?
50-50. All right. Who installed the first bathtub and kitchen stove in the White House?
The first bathtub and kitchen stove. Yeah. If I was an interior decorator of some kind, of course I don't know that. But here's what I do know. The largest president we had was Taft, and Taft's bathtub had to be specially built because of his girth. So
Really?
yeah, I have no idea who had the first one, but I
Millard Fillmore.
did. Fillmore?
Yeah.
That's funny because Taft had to fill more in his tub.
What? Punny. All right, let's see if I can get one a little.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the good one.
All right.
Who was the shortest and lightest president?
Shortest and lightest. Okay. Don't know. I don't know. Here's what I could say. It's going to be one of the early guys. Not like one of the patriots of patriotism, not the freedom fighters, not the George Washingtons, the John Adams, not those guys. It's going to be somewhere in between. Like we've already won our independence and we've got some time there before we start fattening up as Americans where we're like kind of skinny.
Let's get a short dude in there.
Huh?
Yeah, let's get a short dude in there.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, there were a lot of short presidents. I don't know. If I guessed, it would be somebody like Truman, who seemed demure to me, even though he was like he did. Yeah. He ended World War II. Let's put it that way.
James Madison. He was 5'4" and 100 pounds. Wow, 100 pounds.
He would never get elected today.
Oh my God.
Never. All right. Next.
All right. Who was the first president to hold a press conference on television?
Oh, wow.
Come on.
That's a good one. A press conference.
On television.
On television. You have to think about television and where it came in. And you got Kennedy. Because Kennedy and Nixon had the first presidential debate. And Kennedy liked to talk, but television was around before Kennedy. I'm going to guess Wilson.
It was Kennedy. Oh, man. You were close, though. That's good. You got some stuff.
I got knowledge.
Yeah.
There were, how many presidents of the United States were assassinated?
I want to say like 4.
That's a good guess. Name them. Most people can't.
No.
I mean, that's a pretty significant event when you take down a freely elected leader.
Right.
Most people can't name. How about this? What do you think was the shortest presidency in our country's history?
Oh, it was like less than a day, right?
No, it was more than a day.
I remember learning about this. It was like a day or two, something like that.
It was 31 days.
Really?
Yeah, and if you don't remember it was 31 days, I'm pretty sure you don't remember who it was. But yeah, we had and this is the reason why we moved Inauguration Day from what it used to be to what it is because he got pneumonia during his inauguration.
What?
And died 31 days later.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's...
So, if you don't do anything else on your President's Day, learn something. Just learn something.
It's something.
A presidential. And share it with somebody. Have some fun with it. Do some President's Day trivia before the barbecue. And if you're going to invite me over for the barbecue, call me now, 727-1025, or hit us up on the AFN Road Facebook page. We're going to play some music, and then we're going to come back with your 4-day weekend / 3-day weekend safety stand-down brief that you must pay attention to, or else the terrorists win.
Oh, man, there it is. Well, back to the music. Here's some Dua Lipa with New Rules on AFN Rhoda, the Eagles, serving America's best. That was Max featuring Nash with Lights Down Low. It is 7:25 a.m., and I am with the guy who's taking in breath right now. He knows he's about to yell into the mic.
I'm not going to yell into
the mic. Wow, that's the softest I've ever heard you talk.
It's very hard for me to do.
I want to turn up the levels, but at the same time, I know the power is about to come. Let it out. Let the beast out.
So I can't help but notice that you're hacking up lungs over there.
Am I?
Yeah. And you're not the only one. Everybody is getting sick. So as our first safety tip for the 4-day weekend, let me try this. If you're sick, stay home. Yeah. Go to medical, get a bird flu mask, put it on, stop spreading your germs to the rest of the people. There's big celebrations going on. This is how every Stephen King super flu story starts. I got to go to work today. They really need me. No, we don't. Stay home. You'll be fine. So my office now has a permanent Lysol dispenser connected to the door. So like motion activated. Mm-hmm. If you come near my office, you don't have to cough or anything. It just sprays you right in the face with a blast of Lysol. And I wear a bird flu mask in my office because everybody I work with is so important that they have to come to work even though they're dying and when they could be home recuperating. I mean, go to medical. They'll give you a couple of weeks off to recover. Well, I mean, past experience.
So what I'm getting out of this is you want to sip of my drink.
No, I do not.
All right.
So it is a long weekend. It's President's Day weekend. That means it's a federal holiday on Monday, and a lot of people decided not to even join us today. So we're going to talk about those same things that we talk about every weekend. Consider this, if your command forced you to listen to T-Bone in the morning, you could sign an attendance sheet and just call this your weekend safety brief. Because we talk about the same thing every weekend, whether it's a 3-day weekend, a 4-day weekend, or a 7-day weekend. Why won't they invent those?
That would be amazing.
I bet the Spanish probably have a 7-day weekend.
That's just every day
they're
for them.
Perfect in what they do. The holidays, have a holiday on a Thursday, on a Wednesday, and on a Thursday.
You just, 2 days off, 1 day on, 3 days off.
I love it. I have really grown to love some of the customs here. But it doesn't matter how many days off you have between now and when you have to come back to work. The safety brief that we give you every T-Bone in the Morning show before leaving you is the same. All right, so we're going to talk about pedestrian safety. It is still dark out there in the mornings. It is still dark out there in the evenings. And even though some people believe we're in 24 hours of sunshine right now, I mean, we do get a lot of sunshine in the summer, but we're not there yet. We'll get there. But right now it's dark out. And I cannot stress this enough to you pedestrians and bicyclists. When I am in my car, I am doing everything except looking for you. I am not looking for you. I am looking for other cars that could hurt me. You ain't going to hurt me. You're going to do some damage. I might need a new paint job. I might have to pay a deductible or something. But if I hit you, not going to hurt me. It's going to hurt you a lot. So it is imperative that you make me see you. And I really do. I try to acknowledge some people. We got a few people on the base who are doing a fantastic job of being visible. I mean, They got retro-reflective material up their legs and backs. It's like an alien invasion. And I just want to pull over to the side of the road and say, you're doing great. Can you convince more people to do that? Because that is awesome. And I don't. Man. I do it here. If you know any of these people who've got the really good lights on their bike, it's your job, pedestrians and bicyclists, to make us see you so that we don't run into you. Because honestly, there's no car owner out there that wants to hurt you, but we are focused on other things other than you. And I'm a very attentive driver. Imagine those people out there who are worried about their cell phone or their makeup or the last chicken nugget in the bag. They're not paying attention to you either. So make sure you can be seen. That's pedestrian safety. That's bicycle safety. That's a quick note. Stop eating the last chicken nugget in the bag. Wait till you get home. Chicken nuggets are perfect road food because it's nom, nom, nom.
And especially out in town, too, those random crosswalks in the middle of the street. People will come out of nowhere and just go.
And that's a testament to the bravery of the Spanish people, because they will walk into a crosswalk from behind a parked car.
Yeah, and expect you to see them.
You're going to stop or willing to take the risk themselves. So while we talk about distractions for driving, we also have to remind everybody, and unfortunately we have to remind everybody every single time we talk, that drinking and driving is not tolerated ever, anywhere, anymore. The days of having your children drive you home because you were drunk, those days are gone. It's now about responsible actions on your part. If you're an adult and you're drinking adult beverages, you need to act like an adult and start adulting. And that means having a group of friends that you could go out with and one of them doesn't drink, or using a cab or ride share program.
We're not getting back into that. We're not getting
there are now apps on your phone here in Europe that treat local cab service like an Uber vehicle. You can just dial them in. They got your GPS coordinates. They already got your credit card information. Super, super easy. I don't think they rate you or you rate them. I don't think that's part of it, but it is very convenient. And the cabs here are expensive if you do them alone. But if you're traveling in packs of at least 3, because 3 is a perfect number for a cab, you split that 3 ways.
Easy day.
It's cheap. It's a lot cheaper than having your own personal chauffeur, which is what it's like if you're just asking a cab for you. So, maintain a good sense of sobriety, about yourself. Make smart decisions. I'm going to throw this out there. We don't normally talk about drink safety, but I'm going to throw it out there because we got a minute or two. When you're going out to the club and you're drinking the libations, make sure that your drink never leaves the custody of you. And the moment you lose custody of your drink, you need to just pretend that DJ Sana took a sip out of it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now I'm the infected.
You are patient zero.
Oh, man.
No, anytime you lose custody of your beer bottle or your glass when you're at the club, you need to consider that a fallen soldier. Just let it go. Let it go. If you're an attractive woman, somebody will buy you a new one. If you're a good-looking man, depending on what club you're in, somebody will buy you a new one. Or just go buy a new one yourself. Yeah. But don't lose custody of your drink in a public atmosphere or a nightclub or anything like that, and then go back to it because bad things can happen. And we do not want any of those bad things to happen to you. So there you go. Wear reflective gear when you're on the dance floor. Don't lose custody of your drink. Take a cab home. You're guaranteed to be back here on Tuesday when we're all going to see you, and it's going to be a great weekend. Everybody's going to have a blast. And then the next T-Bone in the Morning show next Friday, we I don't know. We did Valentine's Day, Groundhog's Day, President's Day. What's the next one?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, we're getting close to St. Patty's Day, but that's not for a couple weeks.
No, we'll do like a 2-week lead-in to St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and the anniversary of my Volvo.
Oh, we're going to have a whole show dedicated to that. It's the Volvo Hour.
It's the Black Betty Knuckle Dragger Volvo Extravaganza.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so there it is. That's go ahead and sign the muster. Your weekend safety brief has been completed by listening to the T-Bone in the Morning show. I leave you with this reminder that I always try to leave you with. Remember, be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person yesterday, be an even better person tomorrow. I love you, Rhoda, and I am out of here.
All righty, let's get back to some music. Here is John Bellion with All Time Low on AF and Rhoda, the Eagle.